welcome to the shed. Welcome to the first live stream from the shed. Hopefully I'll be doing a few, try and keep you all up to date with what's going off. Obviously the plan is to do a live stream when we first run the engine up, and well, if it works it works, if it doesn't you'll get to see it first time. So yeah, as you can see, it's a bit packed in here at the moment, not much room to do anything other than work on this chassis. I've cut the chassis. I'm going next week to get the tubes to extend the chassis welded in. We're going to brace it up. I thought it was best to put a seat in just to give some idea of what clearances we've got. I want to try and get the engine as far back as possible, but extend the chassis as little as possible. So it's a bit of a balancing act. I'm trying to keep the weight over the back axle, try and keep the chassis stable. I want to make it quite rigid, but being as the carts don't have any suspension, you've got to allow for some flex. I've got my mate Steve Gagg helping me with that. He's a frame builder. He's well, frame builder, master welder. Pretty much if it's out of metal, he can pretty much turn something out for you. Got the engine in bits here. That's basically the outer case and the front cover. That again is just so we've got the carcass. I've made a jig to hold the engine, well, that in the frame, so we've got mounting points that are secure to work out where everything's going. If some of you are watching, I don't know, there could be 2 or 3. I know girlfriend's supposed to be watching in the house just to make sure everything's making sense and she can hear me. She's not come running out saying I can't hear anything at the moment. That's the engine. All the rest of it, I don't know if you can see it, it's all covered up. Just trying to keep it clean basically. It's turned out quite nice. Major point is whether or not it works, but I say a few weeks time, a few problems to sort out still. Not so much problems, just little thinking forward, resolving things that could be a problem. Toying with the idea of having a new fuel tank built. Pretty much the same tank will sit in the same place as the plastic go-kart tank, but I think I could do, for the mile runs, I could do with a little bit more volume. So if we could see if we can make an aluminium one, get a little bit more volume in there. You know, it's 10 millimeters here and there. I reckon we can add 3 or 4 litres, maybe enough to get us over the mile. I reckon we're going to need at least 10 litres to cover the mile. The stainless 310 stainless has been ordered for the afterburners, drawings done for that, so that's the next job. That'll be a big fabrication job. The issue is finding a trailer long enough to fit everything in when it's all built up, and that again will be an issue. I'll get to a stage in here that I really need to be working on the cart outside, because once we start putting fluids in and that, turning it on its side to get it back out of the shed's not really a good idea. I've got to source some new hubs. The hubs have cracked. The back axles, unfortunately, seeing the effects of the weather, I'm going to see if I can clean that up and make it look a bit better. But this is it really, everything in here. All my lubricants and bits of paint, nuts and bolts. There's the coil, oil cooler that's been modified to work with the new engine. There's DIY gas turbine logo behind there. That, believe it or not, is a yoga mat. No, I'm not taking yoga up. For what it costs, I think it was a £5. It's ideal for sponge, for sticking in the side of the battery box, just to give some cushioning, and little bits here and there. Comes in handy. I mean, if you went to some places, I mean, it's closed cell. It's quite rigid. It's got nice backing to it. For a £5, I think you'd struggle to find it for less than that on eBay, and then not know what's going to turn up. Some tube here for the frame. Here's the jig that will hold the engine in place. 2 frame rails there, engine mounting brackets there that'll hold it in place while we work out where the mounts are going to go. I've got a bag of cables down there for the wiring up. So that's pretty much it. I just want to see if everything's working. It's been a bit of fun. I intended to do this 3 hours ago. It's looking like it could rain at any second at the moment, and the camera's outside, so I won't be much longer. I've had right fun and games. Ended up having to drill bigger holes in the wall to get the Ethernet cable through the wall. Made a cable up myself, and it just didn't want to play. It didn't want to plug in, didn't want to work, couldn't get any network. So I ended up nipping down to local computer shop, grab a made up lead from there. They were marked up on the shelf at £14.99, and they've been reduced from something like £20 odd, and I went through with the first one, and the guy said £1.79 please. I couldn't get my card in the card reader fast enough. I mean, I'm not going to stand and argue the point with him. So yeah, I was chuffed with that after all the hassle I've had trying to get it to work. But let me know if it is working, if the audio's any good. I've got a bit of a mixing desk. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing with it. I've just turned things up and down and see how it sounds, and I'm sure my girlfriend will give me a critique. So I'm just going to put the break screen on. Or that screen you were watching, that basically is intended for when we're doing a live stream. If we just need to go and take a personal break or just sort something out, I can put something on instead of just leaving a blank screen. So I'm going to put that on for a minute, and I'll be back with you in 1 second. Apparently there's I'm using a shotgun mic, so it's basically directional sensitive, so apparently when I move away from it the sound's not so good, but something I'll look at. I might put another microphone or get a different type of microphone, or even get a lapel microphone. Let me know what you think, guys. Apparently there's been as many as 5 people watching. I think anyone that watches it, I do it because I love the hobby. I want to share what I do with other people. Let me know if you want me to do a question and answer thing at some time, or like a super chat. I don't know how all these chat things work, but if you want me to be here and you ask questions, I'll try and answer them. I mean, I don't consider myself to an expert. You never stop learning about jet engines, but I'll point you in the right direction. I'll answer you the questions as honestly as I can if we do something like that. I am hoping to do a how to build an afterburner video soon. I say with main focus is getting this up and working, getting the cart done, getting the engine working, and then perhaps when I come to building the afterburner, I'll go through that. So I've got some physical bits to show you as to what's involved. I say I don't consider myself to an expert. It's one of the things I have issue with is people coming on YouTube going, "Oh, this is how you do it." Well, even the guys in top of the group of us, like they wouldn't even do that. It's such a minefield. We don't all know we don't all know what there is to know, and to set yourself up as an expert, I think you're heading for a fall. So anyway, thanks for watching if you have been. I'm just going to put the break screen on, and then I'll shut it down, and hopefully I'll have some more progress for you in a week. Thank you. Bye.